They say nothing lasts forever. No matter how happy we are in the moment, sooner or later that happiness will end. The good times will be over, and we'll have to face reality. Reality is not always beautiful. Sometimes it can be cruel. Sometimes it can make you cry. And sometimes it can just hurt you so bad that all you want to do is scream at the top of your lungs. That's exactly what happened to me. I loved her like a movie. A movie that had everything: action, romance, drama, thrillers, comedy. I watched her walk away and a part of me died that day. I was heartbroken. I was devastated. I felt like I had lost everything. I needed to get away from everything. I needed to get away from the memories. I needed to get away from the pain. So I packed my bags and I left town. All I could do was cry and scream at the top of my lungs. I felt like screaming at the top of my lungs was the only thing that kept me sane. You name it, I had it all. She was my world. I lived for her. Every day I felt more and more sorrow. Every day I felt more and more emptiness inside of me. For her, I would run to the ends of the earth. I picked up the pieces and I started to heal. I started to understand that she was never meant to be mine. She was never meant to stay. I hope my story can be a lesson to others. Don't ever love someone who doesn't love you back. Don't ever love someone who doesn't care about you. Don't ever love someone who doesn't see you as their soulmate. Love someone who loves you. Love someone who cares about you. Love someone who sees you as their happily ever after. Because that's what you deserve. You deserve someone who loves you the way you love them. You deserve someone who sees you as their everything. You deserve someone who makes you feel like you're the only person in the room because you are amazing. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. And you deserve all the love in the world. She was never meant to love me the way I loved her. For her, I could move mountains. I could do anything. But she didn't love me. She wasn't worth the pain. Or maybe she did, but her love was conditional. I was better off without her. I am better off without her. I smiled because I realized that she wasn't worth it. I worked in a small company. She wasn't worth the tears. When I met her, I was an ordinary guy. I had no money, no status, no power. I told her how much I loved her. I begged her to stay. I promised her I would change. I thought I had found the girl I was going to marry. I thought I had found my soulmate. I told her how much I cared about her. She said she needed to take some time off from relationships. I cried. I promised her I would become the man she wanted me to be, but she was adamant. She had made up her mind. There was no changing it. I told her how much she meant to me. I poured my heart out to her. I gave her my all. I was just a nobody. But when she looked at me, I felt like I was somebody. She made me feel special. She made me feel important. She didn't love me the way I loved her. She was just in love with the idea of me. She was in love with the fantasy she had created in her mind. I had never been in love before. We were inseparable. She was in love with the version of me that I wasn't. I was a nobody. She said she needed to find herself. She said she needed to focus on her career. She had fallen in love with somebody who didn't exist. And when it comes, I'll be ready for it. She made me feel like I was the only guy in the room. She was my first love. I was 21, so I thought this was how it was supposed to be. But somehow I managed to put myself back together. The pain didn't go away. In fact, it got worse. Every day I felt more and more pain. I thought this was how it always had to be with the girl you loved. We started dating. She was my best friend. Then we became lovers. We couldn't get enough of each other. But something was missing. She was missing. One day she broke up with me. So I let her go. I let her leave. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Then one day I decided to take a trip. When I came back, I was a different person. I was broken. I was shattered. I was in pieces. Now when I look back, I can't help but smile. And now I wait for my real happily ever after.